Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of True to Size. This is episode number 14 and we are now in a new location, new studio. We've had a little renovation on the back, we've put a few more pairs in there.
Yeah, it's not really like a new backdrop, is it? Like
It's not
like we've just replaced it with mountains. It's literally the same thing.
I wish we did replace it with mountains.
Just kind of different. Well, I kind of like the shoes.
But we got some amazing stuff from the archive, from the Size archive. Little baby pair of Falcons, some Hirachis over there as well, and some Adidas exclusives. So yeah, nice little cool background. Big week this week. Do you want to tell us what we got coming up on the show?
Yeah, so essentially we're going to be covering the Puma RS sound pack. We've also got a brand new colorway from Nike in the MX95, and of course a size exclusive as normal with Adidas, and this time it's the Acid House pack. There's a lot of hype around this, so make sure you kind of keep an eye out for that. So guys, as you said, we're going to start off with the Air Max 95 in a bit of a military green / olive. I like the fact that it goes from like military green, when I say military green, I mean like army green.
Yeah.
Into like a slightly more olive green. It's a lot lighter here.
I mean, the 95 is known for its fade, and that's a really good fade, right?
You're a big MX95 fan. Talk to me about MX95s.
What's the main thing to know about the MS5 is based on the human anatomy.
It is.
It was designed by Sergio Lozano. You have skin, bones, ribs. This is what this shoe is. It's a complete like different design ethos from any of the other Air Max line, and that's what I really like, because it takes from organic, where a lot of the other stuff was buildings, mechanical, all that sort of thing. This is like an organic shoe, and it like became a cult classic instantly, huge in Japan. So yeah, what's nice about these is that the PSI branding has returned, and it came back on the Solar Reds that we had.
That was a few weeks ago.
But yeah, it's come back here. So on the original 95s, it used to have actually the PSI on the bubbles. They haven't brought this back yet, and the bubbles aren't as big, but it's still nice that they're getting there in the end with the undersole branding. So this is cool. I like this. It's a good touch. They last a long time.
Yeah.
They last a long time. The soles, you very rarely see a sole worn down. But yeah, they stand the test of time.
I would never normally picture green and orange together, but it does work.
It looks a little OG. Like to me, it looks a little OG. I think neon on the 95 always works.
Yeah, I think it's the neon that kind of gives it that OG kind of feel, doesn't it?
Dark upper, neon bubbles, neon lacing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. I think this is a decent pair. I'll be looking forward to seeing what like the 95 collectors and the other Air Max heads.
Yeah, of course. And guys, let us know what you think about this 95 in the comments below. Obviously, this particular colorway, like we said, is some pretty strong colors in there. So let us know exactly what you think about it.
All right, back again on the show. A true to size favorite, the Puma RS 0. Now, I originally went out to Berlin for the launch, and we got that OG colorway and that nice little minty teal. Yeah. And if you want to see more on the shoe, you can always go back and watch one of our earlier episodes as well.
I think it might have been the first one.
I think it was the first one. I think we launched, so we like this shoe. But yeah, this one's titled Sound. You got a nice black pair of a white outsole. It's matched with a all white pair as well. And then you got these two, which are the women's colorways.
Yeah, I think it kind of takes Puma, or I think it's kind of Puma taking us back to when like running shoes kind of were really seen a lot more in the street at this, like when they kind of made that kind of crossover to lifestyle. Yeah. Because obviously there is a lot of color in them. I mean, you touched on the OG colorway. In my humble opinion, that OG colorway of the Puma RSO is the most underrated shoe of the year so far. I love it so much. It's so comfortable. It's actually one of the shoes that I went out and bought. I got two pairs. This
of
is
them.
it.
Do you know what I mean?
I bought a second pair a couple of weeks ago because it was just a case of like, do you know what? I'd worn the other ones into the ground and I needed a fresh pair. I've seen a lot of colorways floating around, but in particular with this model, and I think it's been so important for Puma this year. It's definitely a model that's kind of taken the market by storm, but not something that you kind of go out and like people have gone out and bought it in its droves. But it's more of a case that it's made a bit more of a statement than any of the stuff that they had previously done.
We call it a sleeper hit.
A sleeper hit.
A sleeper
Who's
hit.
we? Is that like the royal we?
Yeah, the royal we. Okay, well, I wanted to ask you, what's your feels on Puma at the moment? What they're doing right now?
So essentially, I've always been a fan of Puma. I've always loved Puma suedes, Puma Clydes, two shoes that I've kind of grown up with and had pairs of. In fact, I remember the first pair of trainers that I bought with my own money from working was a pair of burgundy Puma suedes. And I think I picked them up in a sale as well, to be fair. But, you know, Puma as a brand, I love the history behind it. So, yeah, I think they're doing massive things. I really like this silhouette. I'm a big fan of it. I know I mentioned before, but that small piece of kind of tumbled leather around the toe box is such a good quality piece of material in addition to the shoe. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a massive fan of the RSO in particular. Massive shouts to Puma for what they're doing at the minute. I think if they can continue to push this in the right way, then, you know, they're onto a winner.
All right, guys, very special unveiling for you today. We're going to be doing more of this on the show. This is a size exclusive. It's our own pack. Without further ado,
Dun, 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 dun.
this is the Acid House pack.
The Acid House pack essentially is based off of 90s rave culture.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, Acid House music was massive back then, and you know, the colorway of the shoes, in particular the Yung-1, has been based off that kind of smiley face. Remember, you see that kind of smiley face was almost associated all the time with like rave music in the early 90s.
It's actually in here. This is the
inside.
first time we've actually looked at the shoes, so they kind of just brought them into us. So yeah, they've got little smiley face on the inside.
Again, strong bold colorway. You mentioned it's only the third colorway to come out and be released of the Yung-1. The shoe comes with a nice little flyer that's been designed and kind of been distributed by a guy called Planet Luke. All of the flyers are very much kind of like 90s inspired. Obviously there's a Falcon in there as well. Huge shoe just been brought back by Adidas. You know, the OG colorway sold out pretty much straight away. So it's nice to see Adidas continuing the theme of like 90s runners. And I think obviously 90s runner, 90s culture, it's just, this is a very, very good mix.
It's loud,
from Adidas.
it's in your face.
And I think the execution is very, very good. I don't think that these are gonna hang around for very long. I think these are gonna be, I think they drop in fairly limited numbers as well. So essentially it's gonna be a case of, you know, first come, first serve, like make sure you grab a pair.
Well, yeah, because the orange and the red, white and blue pair went everywhere. This is just for us.
Yeah, this is just size. I think it's gonna be one of those shoes that you're gonna look back in time and think, oh, I've got that size exclusive of that. Do you know what I mean? It kind of sits in that same category as some of the other stuff that we've done, especially with Adidas over the years. I know you're a big fan of the Yung-1 anyway, so what's your thoughts on the shoe?
I really like it, man. I think the colorway does the shoe justice. It's like when I first heard about it, it was like acid pack. I didn't know it was anything to do with like the rave
I thought it was
culture.
gonna be like all tie-dye stuff. And
yeah,
I'm honest with you, I didn't really know what to expect.
Melting and stuff, but acid yellow. So yeah, I think this is really, really cool. I'm looking forward to grabbing these when these come out. It's a really nice mixture of like suede, synthetic, and also mesh. So yeah, beautiful. And then the
Falcon. See, now this is something that you were quite upset about because you couldn't get a pair in your size.
Yeah,
I could.
See, I can't fit in the Falcon, and I have like I really want a pair. That's like the thing, right? I really want a pair of Falcons, but it's just never going to happen. They're never going to make it in my size, unfortunately. But I'm happy with the Yung-1. The Yung-1 is fine for me. I'll take these any day of the week. And this 90s era, like we've had all the Boost stuff now. I think everyone's had Boost. I think everyone's had knit shoes. This stuff they're bringing back now, what they're going to be bringing back early next year, it's crazy. This is what I want to see. This is what I'll be wearing. So super, super happy.
Adidas Acid House pack is available obviously only from us. Is a size exclusive. So make sure you do not sleep on these ones. We will see you next week. I've been Alex Vass. You've been Morgan, aka More Prime. Take care.